Ended the old, struggling to an 0-3 start. But suddenly, playoff hopes were rekindled. The Steelers ran off 5 wins in a row. The proud Pittsburgh defense pitched shutouts, while the opportunistic offense came alive. 2 weeks ago, though, that all changed as a humbling loss to the Giants left Pittsburgh in an emotional abyss. Now the men of steel look to the scoreboard and the heavens, looking for a miracle on Christmas Eve. It's the NFL on CBS. It's the National Football League on CBS, the final game of the regular season for the Steelers and the Chargers. And the Steelers still alive as you take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Indianapolis and Pittsburgh trying to get in. Pittsburgh still has a chance to clinch a berth, and here's how they can do it. The Jets losing to Baltimore with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And if the Ravens win it, and if Indianapolis falls to Minnesota and the Steelers win today, they get in. Hello, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my partner Brent Jones. Happy holidays. And all season long, the Steelers have been led by their dynamic defensive unit and their best rusher, Jerome Bettis.
And this offense for the Steelers is predicated on running the ball, and more precisely, this man, the bust, Jerome Bettis, looking forward to getting a big challenge today versus San Diego Charger defense that takes an awful lot of pride in stopping opposing teams' rushing game. And when you talk about that, you talk about their leader, Junior Seau, knows he's going to have his hands full with the bus today, said, hey, something's got to give.
All right, so the Steelers, led by Bill Cowher in his 9th season, coming off a 24-3 win over Washington at Pittsburgh. On the other sideline, Mike Riley. It's been a tough year, but his team has lost a lot of close games. Pittsburgh has won the toss. They will receive, and here we go. This is Will Blackwell inside his own 5. And Blackwell still running, driven backwards, and dragged down at the 20-yard line. Tim Denton with the special teams tackle, a return of 16 yards. So Cordell Stewart, the starting quarterback in the last 4 games, his numbers going up. And Cordell, as we talked to him yesterday, Brent, he's finally found himself.
Well, you can just feel the confidence exuded by Cordell just from being comfortable in the pocket. He talked about being able to make some reads, make some things happen with his legs. He's also making some plays, throwing the ball, scrambling out of the pocket.
First down and 10 for the Steelers at their own 21. Stewart passing on first down, and it's caught by Courtney Hawkins, who gets to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. So offensively for the Steelers, 18th overall in the NFL, 5th in rushing. Gandy, Faneca, Duffy, Tilsky, and Marvell Smith, the rookie. And the backfield, another 1,000-yard season for Jerome Bettis. Dan Kreider has been a find at fullback. Hawkins and Ward, along with Mark Bruner, the tight end. A gain of 9 on the first play. 2nd down and 1 from the 30-yard line. And they hand it off to the bus, and Bettis dropped for a loss. Junior Seau leading the way. In the hard hitter, and Rogers Beckett, the rookie. 3rd down and 3 from the 28. They need to go to the 31. Here's Stewart going up top. It is incomplete, intended for Hines Ward. And a Jets update for you. 6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Ravens just missed a field goal, but they lead it 27-20. Matt Stover missing that field goal, and now the Jets have the football.
And a rare miss for Matt Stover. A lot of people think he's had an MVP-type season, the kicker for the Ravens this year. He's had an awful lot of chances. That's a little bit of an upset. Keeps the Jets in the game.
Josh Miller standing at the 14. Wobbly kick. Reggie Jones from the 22. And Jones reverses and gets to the 30-yard line. It's a 47-yard punt and a 6-yard return. Nakia Cody with the tackle. So Ryan Leaf, his career numbers 4 and 13, was 23 of 43 last week for 259 yards and 2 touchdowns in their loss to Carolina.
And might have played his best game of his career last week, Gus. Showed some composure in the pocket, wasn't getting a lot of pressure, made some plays, eyes looking downfield instead of focusing on the rush. That's a key for him today.
A lot of questions surrounding Leaf and whether or not he'll be back with this San Diego team next year. Passing on first down, going up top. Graham is open. Caught! Jeff Graham straight to the end zone, and that'll help his case. '71-yard touchdown. And Curtis Conway delivered a heck of a block, springing Graham.
Boy, what great hustle downfield by Curtis Conway, is taking a shot at Brent Alexander.
John Carney on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. Ryan Leaf, often criticized here in San Diego, he gets the Chargers out to an early lead. 4th receiving touchdown of the season for Jeff Graham, and the Chargers strike early, lead it 7-0. One play, a 71-yard bomb from Leaf. So here come the Steelers. Blackwell now from the 2. And Blackwell with the seam, still on his feet. What a run! Blackwell inside Chargers territory. He needs one block. He gets it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 98 yards. And in 2 plays, these 2 teams are going at each other.
Well, that's called a response to that San Diego touchdown. Watch Blackwell hit it up inside and spin. Watch the move after John Carney tries to tackle him right there. And he keeps his balance, gets to the outside. By that time, there's 5 Steelers leading him down the sideline. Nobody left from the Chargers to tackle him.
The extra point is up and good. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns. Game tied at 7.
Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Happy holidays from Qualcomm Stadium. Blackwell with a 98-yard return, a wild start here in the first quarter. The game tied at 7. So Ronnie Jenkins from the 10, and Jenkins gets outside. Flags all over the field, and he barrels his way up to the 36-yard line, a 27-yard return. Another score from around the NFL. The Chicago Bears have defeated the Detroit Lions. St. Louis will enter the playoffs.
29 of the return team during the run.
And speaking of updates, Jermaine Lewis breaks it back 89 yards. He already had a 53-yarder. 34-20 in the 4th quarter.
And if you're
with 3:51 to go.
If you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, that's the play of the day for you right now.
1st and 10 from the 16 for the Chargers. Terrell Fletcher over the right side goes nowhere. Kimo von Oelhoffen in the middle. The former Cincinnati Bengal in his first year with the Steelers making the tackle.
And Bill Cowher told the Pittsburgh Steelers he did not want them scoreboard watching, Gus, but I guarantee you that last score by the Ravens has permeated the Pittsburgh bench. They know what's going on. They don't want to tell Bill Cowher they know, but all those guys know phase 1 is going just as planned for them.
2nd down and 12 from the 14-yard line. Curtis Conway in motion. Here's Leaf. Finds a receiver, and it's Steve Height with the reception. He gets out of bounds. So we talked about Ryan Leaf. Let's take a look at the chart. The feature back, McCrary, Graham, and Conway The receivers, Freddie Jones, a Pro Bowl type receiver at tight end. 3rd down and 7 from the 18. They need to get to the 26 for a first down. Ryan Leaf out of the shotgun. Leaf goes down at the 11. Deshae Townsend on the corner blitz along with Joey Porter. And defensively for the Steelers, they run a 3-4. Smith, Von Oelhoffen, and Kevin Henry. The linebackers, Jason Gilden, head into the Pro Bowl. Kirkland Holmes and Joey Porter. And in the secondary, Scott and Washington are the corners, with Ansley Battles, a rookie, and Brent Alexander, another safety. Darren Bennett heading to his second Pro Bowl, punts it away. Here's Hank Poteet from the 39. Poteet, he's got wheels. Ran one back 53 yards against Washington. It's a 14-yard return. 11:08 to go, first quarter of play. Steelers with the ball. Game tied at 7. Game tied at 7. 11:08 to go in the first quarter. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Baltimore leads the Jets with 2:08 to go, 34-20. Steelers need the Ravens to win, and they need Indianapolis to lose today against Minnesota at home. Now Jerome Bettis over the right side. Now let's take a quicker look at the scores. Miami comes back today to defeat New England, so the Dolphins are in the playoffs. Philadelphia already in. And St. Louis gets in today. They defeat New Orleans on the road, and because Detroit loses at home to Chicago, the Rams are heading back to the playoffs. And Tampa Bay and Green Bay in overtime. Green Bay needed St. Louis to lose to get in, so they've been eliminated. 2nd and 9 from the 45. Cordell Stewart steps up. It's intercepted. Harrison down the sideline. Rodney Harrison, touchdown. Holy mackerel. What a start to this game. 63 yards.
And guys, I was talking to Rodney Harrison right before this game started, and he told me, watch me, I'm going to get a big one today. Cordell Stewart looking too long at the tight end, right into the zone where Rodney Harrison was standing, grabs that ball, carries it like a loaf of bread, right into the end zone. Little cutback right there. Big time play by the all-pro safety.
Cordell Stewart throwing the interception. Extra point is up and good. 7th interception of the season for Cordell Stewart, and the Chargers with a 7-point lead. All right, let's take a look. 14-7 here. San Diego on a 63-yard interception by Rodney Harrison. But the other important game for the Steelers, Ravens leading it 34-20 with 2:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Now John Carney sends it away. Blackwell, who ran one back 98 yards the last time he touched it with the football, another seam, and he gets to the 35-yard line, a return of 27 yards. Now let's take a look. Another late game, Minnesota, Indianapolis, early on, no score. Dante Culpepper suffering from a high ankle sprain. He was not expected, rather, to start this game. Bubby Brister, the former Steeler, was expected to get into the lineup. First down and 10 from the 34. They swing it out. Hines Ward with the catch. And he goes out of bounds at the 40. A note on that Indianapolis, Minnesota game. Dante Culpepper did start the football game. So Culpepper in the pocket for the Vikings. 2nd down and 5 from the 39 for Cordell Stewart. So now that we've got all that business out of the way, let's talk about Cordell. Although he threw the interception, he's having a fine second half to his season.
He really is, and he forced that ball into double coverage, and that's one thing that he hasn't been doing a lot. And he's going to regain his confidence. You saw Bill Cowher go right back to the pass there on first down, get him another completion, get that confidence back and rolling.
Here's the pitch to Jerome Bettis running outside, and Bettis gets out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Should be a face mask penalty in the backfield. It's a gain of 8. Somebody grabbed Bettis's face mask. And instead, it'll be a hold against the Steelers.
They didn't probably pick up the face mask call, but they...
Holding number 67, offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down. Second down.
And the Steelers...
Well, that could be number 67 because that's Kimo von Oelhoffen.
That's right, and he plays defense. He's a nose tackle, and that's why everyone's screaming at the ref in the Pittsburgh huddle saying we don't even have a 67. And that's the worst thing you can do as a referee, call the wrong number that's not on the field, because all the players say, geez, what are you looking at? So we don't know who was holding.
I believe it was number 77, Marvell Smith. Second down and 15 from the 29. Bobby Shaw in motion. Stewart setting up, goes to the sideline. Bettis with a nice catch, crawling, and Bettis gets to the 32-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play.
Well, this is a heck of a start to the game, huh? We had an offensive touchdown already. We had a defensive touchdown. We had a special teams touchdown. Only 5 minutes into the game. And I know that you're struggling a little bit, you old Detroit native.
Yeah,
I got 3 words for you. Big time choke.
Yes, you're right.
Those Lions.
My Lions.
To the second worst team in the National Football League.
Okay. Just
Cleveland's the worst. They're the second worst.
Thank you very much.
At home, I can't believe that.
Well, we have a game right here. So third down and 12 from the 32.
That's good.
Stewart going for the home run down the sideline. Incomplete. Bobby Shaw, the intended receiver. And Shaw did have a step. So the Steelers will have to punt it away.
And you see the Steelers going after this Chargers defensive secondary. They've had trouble this year on the deep ball, the deep crossing routes as well. So Bill Cowher told us, hey, they're not going to be afraid to throw on first and second down. They're going to take some shots. You see them going there deep on third down. Bobby Shaw's come up with some big plays this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So Josh Miller stands at his own 17-yard line. Wobbly kick. Reggie Jones to the sideline. Takes a bounce and out of bounds. A flag on the play. 46-yard punt. The flag is at the 35 on the far side of the field. Bob McElwee, your referee today.
Holding of the receiving team after the ball was kicked. The receivers will keep the ball after the penalty for their foul. 10 yards, first down.
So with 8:13 to go here in the first quarter of play, 14-7 San Diego. Are brought to you by Monster.com's blimp, Skeeter. Monster.com operates 2 blimps in the U.S. First down and 10 for the Chargers from the 12-yard line. Ryan Leaf, the short drop. Curtis Conway with the catch at the 15-yard line. Dwayne Washington there to make the tackle. And look at that little fella. Happy holidays here in sunny Southern California. Weather back east in Detroit. When I was in Detroit this week, it was 33 below zero with the wind chill, 3 degrees.
See those little Santa booties?
I see those.
That's pretty nice.
Very nice.
I thought you didn't want to bring up Detroit.
Yeah.
You knew that they lost to the Bears?
Yeah. Second and 4 from the 18. Wise guy. And Fletcher gets to the 19-yard line. Kevin Henry with the tackle. 7:29 to go in the first quarter play. Ryan Leaf striking quickly, 71 yards to Jeff Graham. And a look at the weather on Christmas Eve, 60 degrees and sunny, not a cloud in the sky here in San Diego.
Bill Cowher brought the Steelers into their bubble this week and cranked the heat up to 65 so they'd be ready. He didn't want them sucking wind here in San Diego.
They also came a day early, 3rd and 3 from the 19. They need to get to the 22. Leaf holding. Lee. And he throws it to the sideline of Fletcher. Lee may have been over the line of scrimmage. But they're going to call a hold, rather, against the Chargers.
And it's going to be declined anyway. And
Holding, number 62, offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Now let's update Indianapolis with the early lead. 12-yard touchdown, Marvin Harrison from Peyton Manning. And the Colts lead at 7-0. Darren Bennett stands at the 4. High spiraling kick. Hank Poteet backpedaling all the way to the 22-yard line. And Poteet trying to get outside. Bottled up. And Poteet is dragged down at the 30. Ball comes out. Fletcher picks it up, but I believe he was down.
And once they blow that whistle and call him down, Gus, that's all she wrote. There's no reviewing that whistle.
Steve Hyden with the special teams tackle, knocking the ball loose.
Yep, he's down.
He
you
was
see that
definitely
knee down, and the ball hit the ground, and it was not even close. Referee's right on top of that one.
So the Steelers start first down and 10 at their own 31-yard line. There's Poteet, the rookie out of Pittsburgh. Draw play, Jerome Bettis with all kinds of running room, gets all the way up to the 42. Orlando Rupp, the middle linebacker, making the tackle after a gain of 10.
And we've seen the Pittsburgh Steelers throw the ball a couple times on first down, come back with a draw, set up that fake pass, and you see this running lane for Jerome Bettis. Nice job, San Diego Chargers, thinking here comes the pass again out of that same set. And with all the disarray we've had here in the first quarter, you haven't been able to get Jerome Bettis on track, and it's time to get that bus rolling.
So a final score for you. The Ravens have defeated the New York Jets 34-20. So Baltimore beating the Jets. Now Pittsburgh, their hopes are getting even better. They need Minnesota to win at Indy, but right now it's a 7-0 score. Colts leading the Vikings.
The good news is they know Indy's defense isn't the tops in the league, so I think the Vikings will score some points before this day is over.
Second down and inches for the Steelers at their own 40-yard line. Here comes a blitz. Bettis looking for 6 inches. I don't know. Rodney Harrison with the tackle. So they'll bring out the chains.
Two of my favorite guys in this league, Junior Seau and Rodney Harrison, they just never say die. There's been a lot of times this year the San Diego Charger team could have given up. And those guys are the heart and soul of this team. They play hard every week, week in, week out, no matter what the score is. Very intense, a lot of pride on that side of the ball.
And they're short. Steelers are short. Will Cowher has a decision to make. He's got one of the best power runners in the NFL.
And a surprise rookie fullback that's been making some big-time blocks.
Third down and 1.
You think Dan Kreider and Jerome Bettis right now can get you 6 inches?
I believe so. They call him the bus driver, Dan Kreider. Number 35, the rookie out of New Hampshire. Lines up in the offset eye. He's the up back. And Cordell Stewart leads straight ahead and picks up the first down. Now Monday on CBS, Qualcomm Stadium here in San Diego. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones. Steelers trying to advance to the postseason with a win and help. They already got help from the Ravens. Now they need help from the Minnesota Vikings in Indianapolis. First and 10 from the 42. Stewart back to pass. Steps up. And Stewart goes down at the 41-yard line. Darren Mickle with the sack. First of the day for the Chargers.
And Darren Mickle had his best game of the year last week. Had a couple of sacks versus Carolina. Right out here on the outside, 92, going against Wayne Gandy. Comes back in. That's just about having a great motor, Gus. That's keeping your legs driving. See Cordell Stewart step up into the pocket. You just come off that block, get in there, get him behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 11 from the 41-yard line. Here's Bettis, and he's detained in the backfield and dragged down at the 39. Nice play by Jamal Williams, number 76, third-year man out of Oklahoma State. And Jerome Bettis, the bus schedule, he has been racking up the yards since 96 this season, 1290.
And if you're in Pittsburgh, you better hope that they renew the bus schedule. His contract is up, and I am shocked that they haven't redone his deal. He is the offense, and there's his parents, Gus, right there.
Gladys and Johnny Bettis, they never miss a game. The Detroit natives.
The bus makers. How about that one?
Third and 12 from the 40. Stewart down the sideline. Incomplete. Hines Ward, the intended receiver. No flag on the play. Fakir Brown covering.
And you saw a little contact there by Fakir Brown on Hines Ward. And I think the official right on top of that play thought it was an uncatchable ball. You used to watch the contact, Gus. Let's see. Here's the ball coming down. It was pretty close. Referee right on top of little hand-to-hand combat. I think that's a good call. Let him play. Fakir Brown staying toe-to-toe with Hines Ward. Very physical wide receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Third punt for Josh Miller, standing at the 25. Reggie Jones back deep at the 15. And Jones makes the catch. Gets out of bounds at the 20, a 43-yard punt. Let's take a look at how the Steelers can get in. They already got help from the Ravens today. They needed the Jets to lose. And Baltimore beats them 34-20. Now, if Indianapolis falls to Minnesota and Pittsburgh wins, they get into the playoffs. We'll update you on the scores all day. To the sideline. Curtis Conway, the intended receiver, incomplete. Chad Scott covering.
And we're going to have some great battles outside with Chad Scott and Curtis Conway today. We already saw Jeff Graham, the former Steeler, light up this Pittsburgh defense for a touchdown. Well, here's Chad Scott down toe-to-toe with Curtis Conway. See a little hand action right there. That could have been pass interference, and that was Curtis Conway was saying. He got up. Chad Scott grabbing his arm a little bit. And Chad Scott and Dwayne Washington have played an outstanding corner for this Pittsburgh Steelers team this year.
So far, Ryan Leaf, 3 of 5, 80 yards. Second and 10 from the 22. Leaf throws the hitch to Conway, trying to make Scott miss, and Scott drags him out of bounds at the 28. A 6-yard pickup. So Curtis Conway, who signed the big free agent contract coming over from the Chicago Bears, and on the season he has 5 touchdowns and 50 catches for about 684. So an update on the Indianapolis-Minnesota game. Randy Moss catches a touchdown, 42 yards, and the game is now tied at 7 in the first quarter. Third down and 4 from the 28. They need to get to the 33 for a first down. 4-receiver package for the Chargers. Leaf underneath, caught Graham. And Graham is close to the first down. I believe he has it. Jason Gilden with the tackle.
Jeff Graham telling me before the game, anxious to go against his former teammates. You saw that first play of the game with a big touchdown catch. Just a little bit more fired up, even though it's the last game of the season, even though the Chargers are 1-14. Jeff Graham was ready to play today. Done a nice job running some precise routes this year. He's got a little bit more game speed than people realize. He can get behind that coverage.
First down and 10. from the 33 for the Chargers. Lee, underneath, incomplete ball, tipped at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Joey Porter got a hand on it. And Graham with a big touchdown, Brent, on the first offensive play of the game for the Chargers, 71 yards from Leaf.
And when you do that, you've got to get a replay. Catch a big touchdown versus your former team. Getting out here, no blown coverage out here. Actually, a blown coverage. Watch the block by Conway right there on Brent Alexander. Allows Graham to strut into the end zone, and Brent Alexander actually playing with a cast on his wrist today, a broken bone in his hand.
Second down and 10 from the 33. Fletcher skipping through the hole, hops forward, gets to the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. Kendrick Clancy with the tackle. So you talked to Dean Spanos, who runs this team, the San Diego Chargers, before the game. And we talked to Mike Riley yesterday, and they're going to make wholesale changes at the end of the season. What did Dean talk to you about?
Well, I liked about Dean making the decision to keep Mike Riley. Have some continuity around here. Nobody wants to be 1-14, 1-15. But I think that they've got the pieces in place to come back and rebound this next year. We'll talk about it here in a little bit.
Third down and 6 from the 37. Leaf over the middle. Conway drops it. Curtis Conway took his eyes off the football, maybe because number 99, Levon Kirkland, was right next to his ear hole.
That'd be a good reason. And we were talking about Dean Spanos and what these Chargers are going to do, and they're out shopping for a top-flight GM. There's been a couple names mentioned. One, the former Buffalo Bill general manager, John Butler, who I believe is by far the best in the league. And the great thing about Dean Spanos, the Spanos family, they want to win, so they're going after it. They're being aggressive. I think it was a great move to keep Mike Riley. There's going to be some changes. They don't like losing. They want guys that are going to play hard for them this next year, so things are going to change around here a little bit.
Darren Bennett sends away a beauty wobbly kick. Poteet all the way back to the 7-yard line. Hank Poteet breaks it down the sideline. Poteet, tough little runner, and Hank Poteet out of bounds at the 30. A 20-yard return on a 56-yard punt. And a look at the AFC playoff picture. Up top is Tennessee. They can clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs with the win tomorrow against Dallas at home. Oakland playing currently against Carolina. Miami winners today over New England. Baltimore big over the Jets. Denver winning yesterday, and the Jets losing, as we mentioned. So Indianapolis and Pittsburgh at the bottom trying to get in. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Play action, Stewart underneath. It's caught at the 40-yard line. And that is, I believe, Hines Ward on the bottom. Yes, it is. Hines Ward with the catch, and a Raiders score for you, 7-3. Oakland.
And play action, Gus, first down when you've got the bus. Boy, that should be great for the Steelers. I like the fact that they're throwing on first down. Hines Ward running a nice little hook route. Cordell just going back, putting it right on the money. When you have Jerome Bettis, you can get those linebackers to suck up an awful lot here on first and second down.
And Ward, the only Steeler to have at least one reception in every game this year. First and 10 from the 41. Stewart in trouble, steps up over the middle, and he underthrows it. Hines Ward coming across the middle.
And Junior Seau in the backfield yet again. Cordell Stewart does a nice job of avoiding him and getting up and making that throw just a little bit rushed. If he could have set his feet, would have made that throw, and Hines Ward was breaking across the middle. It could have been a big play for this Pittsburgh offense.
And it was nice to talk to Cordell yesterday during our meetings. He seemed really calm, really relaxed, and really confident about his future here in Pittsburgh.
Well, he's been through so much adversity. He's a guy that you really root for. He's very honest. He's a great guy to talk to you. He always tells you what the real deal is.
Second and 10 from the 41. Jerome Bettis over the right side with the spin. Bettis down at the 44-yard line. And that takes us to the end of the quarter with the score: San Diego 14, Pittsburgh 7. We'll return to San Diego right after this message. A lot of Junior Seau fans in attendance here in San Diego. That lady, some cool shades here in the Southern California sun. Third down and 7 from the 44 for the Steelers. They need to get to the 49-yard line of San Diego for a first down. Here comes Junior on the blitz. Stewart steps up. It's caught and loose. Incomplete. Troy Edwards had it in his hands. He just couldn't hold on. Now the NFC playoff picture is set, folks. The Giants clinch the East. They will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Minnesota will have a bye. New Orleans will take on St. Louis in the first round in a rematch of a game played today. And a lot of trash talking in that game. Yep. Philadelphia will take on Tampa Bay.
Oh, that was great. Mike Martz said that they were going to beat the Saints, the Bears would win, and then the Rams would come back in next week and beat the Saints again. Saints are pretty fired up about that.
Reggie Jones from the 9. And Jones over the 15 to the 16-yard line. An 8-yard return. 47-yard punt. 14:42 to go. Second quarter. Chargers up by 7. Welcome back now. Here's something interesting for Steelers fans. Minnesota, because of the loss today by New Orleans, they've clinched a home game for the first round of the playoffs. So, is it important for Minnesota still to play hard against Indianapolis?
Well, if you're the Minnesota Vikings, you don't think so. If you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, darn right it is. And that's got to be a little frustrating. We actually, with the 49ers, had a game several years ago where we didn't need to win the last game of the season. But if we won, the New York Giants would have gotten in. And I remind Phil Simms of this all the time. He was so frustrated. We didn't play our starters. We didn't try. We lost. And he was furious. His comment in the paper the next day, the 49ers laid down like dogs. Never let him forget that one.
Second down and 6 from the 21. Terrell Fletcher. And he picks up maybe 1 yard on the play. Dante Culpepper still in at quarterback for the Vikings. First quarter has just ended with the score tied at 7.
That's a great example of being so focused on other teams' games. And Bill Cowher said he was not going to allow any of his players to look at the scoreboard. They've got to take care of business right here. They're behind. So nothing else matters if you lose to the Chargers.
Third down and 5 from the 22. They need to get to the 28 for a first down. Here's Leaf underneath, caught, but short of the first down. Right play number 92 is Jason Gilden making the tackle. Jeff Graham with the reception.
On 3rd and 4, you got to get 4 yards. Don't get 2. I just hate that short route, especially underneath where there's 2 or 3 linebackers in there. If you want to give the guy the ball short out in the flat and let him try to make a move and get the first down, that's one thing. But throwing it into double coverage 2 yards short of the first down just makes no sense to me.
Fourth punt for Darren Bennett standing at the 10. Hank Poteet, the dangerous return man, at the 35. And he gets another bomb away. Poteet all the way back to the 12-yard line. Poteet at the 20. Poteet down the sideline, out of bounds. This young fella really has it going. A 32-yard return.
Darren Bennett actually out kicking his coverage, giving Poteet room to run. All the blocks to set up. You can see them all setting up right down along the line.
And a beautiful day in San Diego. Dermontti Dawson, who should be heading to Canton when his career is over, inactive today. First and 10 for the 48. Stewart rolling. Stewart still running. And Cordell Stewart out of bounds inside the 45-yard line, a run of 11 yards.
Little fake pass to the left, planned rollout to the right. They actually had Gerald Dixon sealed off. 51, the linebacker. Watch this spin out and watch the double team on Dixon out here. Right here, getting him walled off, allowing Cordell Stewart to get around the corner. Nice little planned rollout.
First down for the Steelers from the San Diego 41. Stewart over the middle. Bruner with a nice grab. In traffic at the 27. Mark Bruner, the 6th-year man out of Washington. A gain of 13.
And I like the fact that this Pittsburgh offense is attacking the San Diego's weakness, and that's pass defense. Mark Bruner comes up with some big plays as a tight end for this Pittsburgh Steeler offense. They don't throw to him as often as some teams, but he's still a phenomenal blocker and makes those big, tough catches in traffic.
First down and 10 from the 27. Here's Jerome Bettis. And Bettis, maybe a yard. For the best NFL playoff coverage on the net, including game-by-game previews and analysis, click on NFL at cbs.sportsline.com. And I thought Bettis was interesting yesterday, and he talked about his contract, and he said that the Steelers have already contacted his agent, and they are talking as we speak. But he said he doesn't have to be the highest-paid tailback in the league like an Eddie George who makes $7. He just wants Pittsburgh to be competitive because he really wants to remain and end his career in Pittsburgh. Play action, Stewart steps up, flushed out of the pocket, holding, look at him turn it on and get close to the 20-yard line. 10:42 to go here in the second quarter of play. San Diego scored first. A 71-yard touchdown from Brian Leaf to Jeff Graham. Pittsburgh came right back when Will Blackwell ran one back 98 yards. Then Rodney Harrison for the Chargers intercepted a pass and returned it 63 yards. And that's where we stand, 14-7. But right now the Steelers knocking on the door. 3rd and 5 at the 22. They're 1 of 5 on third down conversions today. Here's Stewart, dumps it, caught all the way down to the 5-yard line. Richard Huntley. 16-yard pickup on the screen.
And this Steeler offense has done a nice job in this drive, mixing it up. Great call, 3rd and 5. Run the screen to Jerome or to Huntley outside. Watch Roger Duffy, the center, 62. Watch him get out here, get the big block on Junior Seau. Right here, here it comes. Bang, seal off that inside, allowing Huntley to get upfield, get the first down. Great block by the center, hustling out and going against one of the best linebackers in this league.
And this is the 6th play of the drive that started at the 48. 1st and goal from the 6. Chargers showing blitz. Bettis looking for a hole, and they pile up on him and stand him up at the 5.
That's enough.
Yeah, a lot of people at the bus stop, Gus, waiting to jump on board the bus right here. Watch this, 5 or 6 guys on top of him. Let's see, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. He still won't go down. Of course, Rodney Harrison says, you're going down. I'm going to get you at the ankles. There you go.
2nd down and goal from the 5. Out of the eye. Stewart throws the fade. Caught. Touchdown, Courtney Hawkins. Yeah! Cordell Stewart, his 8th touchdown pass in his last 6 games.
And guys, when you see a guy get that wide open on a fade, that means you beat the cornerback at the line of scrimmage, Deron Jenkins. Watch Courtney Hawkins outside. Here we're getting a ground level shot, and he's 2 yards past the corner. That means you won at the line of scrimmage with a move inside or a little hesitation move.
And for Courtney Hawkins, his first receiving touchdown of the season. 7-play drive covering 52 yards. The extra point is up and good. And with 8:43 to go here in the second quarter of play, the Steelers come back. We're tied at 14. Bill Cowher said the playoffs started last week against Washington. They dismantled the Redskins, and he's on the sideline right now getting his guys pumped up. As you take a look at the scoring drive, Steelers send it away. This one into the end zone for a touchback. Welcome back, folks. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones. You see Cordell Stewart with the great touch on that pass, and it's really fun to watch him develop.
And it's great to see him overcome adversity. I think he's done that here this year, especially, you see him coming into the game, throw that interception early to Rodney Harrison, then come back and engineer a nice drive, make some really crisp passes down there, and be able to throw that nice fade route for the touchdown. And you just got to give this young man credit. He's talked about having the offense simplified for what he does best. And he says, if I want to run, I'm going to run. I'm going to find the lane. If I'm going to step up and throw it, I'm going to do that. But I'm going to take advantage of my skills.
Underneath, and Ryan Leaf putting that one on a rope, and it's caught by his tight end, Freddie Jones.
And you liked that yesterday when he said, hey, I'm going to simplify the offense, and I'm going to do what I know I'm good at.
Kevin Gilbride is the offensive coordinator. He was the former head coach here in San Diego. There he is, Kevin Gilbride in the middle. And Coach Gilbride known for having some very successful and high-potent offenses while he was in Houston working with Warren Moon, but they are very complicated. And Stewart told us that he had to simplify it for himself. Play action. Here's Leaf throwing for Graham. It is incomplete. Nice play by Chad Scott stepping in and breaking it up.
And Jeff Graham doing a nice job of coming back and not allowing the interception. Watch him come back right here. Start playing defense. Get over the top. Get your hand in there. Don't let the Pittsburgh guy come up with the ball. You got to play defense sometimes, Gus, when that ball's underthrown. See him pull that arm down of Chad Scott.
So that brings up 3rd and 3 from the 27. Need to get to the 30 for a first down. Leaf gets it away quickly, caught by McCrary, and McCrary is close to the first down. I believe he's about 5 inches short.
Chris Sullivan, defensive lineman for the Steelers, showing some great hustle, recognizing that screen, coming back down the line, and tackling McCrary just half a yard short. Watch 74 for the Steelers right here. Sees that screen developing, hustle downfield, and just that hustle, Gus, right there. Half a yard. Big difference between 4th down and 1st down.
Sullivan has played with back injuries last couple of years. 5th punt from Bennett, standing at the 15. And the Steelers almost get to that one. High, wobbly kick. Poteet from the 21. Makes the first man miss. The second, the stutter step on the sideline. He's out of bounds.
There we go.
Chris Sullivan making the kind of play that'll get you to the playoffs. Game tied at 14. It's going to be a long night for this man.
Looks like he's phoning it in early. He's going to let the elves do all the work.
Rudolph is ready.
Looks like his nose is a little red.
First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Stewart setting up deep in the pocket across the middle. Incomplete. Harrison got a hand on the ball at the last moment, intended for Courtney Hawkins. Nice play by Rodney Harrison. Now tonight on 60 Minutes, if you think you know that Dikembe Mutombo on the basketball court, well, wait until you meet him off the court with Ed Bradley. Tonight on 60 Minutes.
Now that sounds like something that you're going to watch.
Yes, I certainly will watch that.
The part-time Knicks announcer.
Second down and 10 from the 27. Jerome Bettis. And Bettis downed at the 25. A loss of 2. Junior Seau.
The bus stop. That's what he's going to start calling himself.
Junior Seau heading to his 10th consecutive Pro Bowl. One of 4 men to do it. Lawrence Taylor, Randall McDaniel, and Mike Singletary.
And the thing that Junior Seau does better than any linebacker in the league is penetrate. He knows how to knife through those gaps between offensive linemen, get up in there, read run right now, and he's coming right through.
Makes it 3rd down and 11 from the 26. Stewart, the shovel pass. Huntley breaks the tackle, gets the first down at the 41. Gerald Dixon drags him down, but he gains 14 yards.
Wow, that was a pretty looking shovel pass. Almost looks like he was running the option with no back out there to pitch it to. Then he just pitches it up inside. And Huntley taking the ball, getting in the hole right now.
There's Richard Huntley, Winston-Salem State. Had 2 touchdowns against Washington, both rushing. 1st and 10 from the 40. Play action, Stewart. Bruner drops it. Bruner had an easy first down, but took his eye off of it. In the meantime, let's update you. Edgerrin James has caught a 52-yard touchdown pass, and the Colts take a 14-7 lead. So 2nd down and 10 for the Steelers at their own 40-yard line. Bettis and Jerome Bettis to the 45. A gain of 5 yards on the play will bring up 3rd down and 5. They'll need to get to midfield for a 1st down. And Jerome also talked to us yesterday about being a power back.
And he talked about the durability, the consistency, and like you had mentioned earlier, he wants to retire a Pittsburgh Steeler, and I just can't imagine that they wouldn't sign him back. This is going to be his last contract, he told us. Look at the consistency, and you look back here, the yards per carry were up a little bit, but remember, the Steelers had Yancey Thigpen, Charles Johnson. They had some receivers making some big plays outside. They've had some young receivers this year, and it's been tougher to get the respect outside.
Flag on the play. Stewart to the sideline. Knocked away. Intercepted. Fakir Brown. And Brown out of bounds at the 23. Flags all over the field. A 28-yard return. Someone may have jumped offside, and I believe it was Junior Seau. So a clip and offside.
It doesn't matter. Once you have that offside, that interception goes back, and it's against the Chargers. And the blocking below the waist in a return isn't going to have an effect.
Offside, defense, 5 yards, 1st down, number 55. The personal foul, the low block on number 37 is declined.
So basically, the Steelers gained 5 yards on the play.
And watch Junior Seau into the gap, just getting right up here. You see him getting the neutral zone right there. There he is offside. Just got his left arm offside. And now the interception by Fakir Brown. Little grabbing right there. Surprised he didn't call him for that. You see the offhand batted away and bats it to himself.
And now a personal foul has been called against the Chargers.
And that must have been an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, arguing with Bob McElwee. Steelers have the ball at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. Play action, Cordell Stewart. Steps up with a big running lane. Stewart gets outside, down the sideline. Look at him go, out of bounds at the 25. And that's the vintage Cordell Stewart. 97 Cordell Stewart, a 27-yard gain.
And he was right in the bus lane, going down that sideline. Watch when he breaks the pocket. Watch Jerome Bettis hustle over and get in front of Junior Seau. Right here. Seals him off, allows Cordell Stewart to get down that sideline. And that's about the 5th or 6th time, Gus, we've seen play action on 1st down, attacking the Chargers' weakness, their pass coverage, and that's great. You know, the Steelers haven't thrown. They've been more of a running team this year, but taking advantage of what the other team doesn't do as well.
Stewart, 4 carries, 42 yards. 1st and 10. Bettis spinning. And Bettis goes down, losing a yard on the play.
And it is tough picking up yards against this San Diego Chargers defense running the ball. Not only Junior Seau, but they've got some great interior linemen up there as well. Jamal Williams, John Perella having outstanding seasons.
And
defensive tackle.
And the Chargers defense, 12th in the NFL, 3rd against the run, 22 against the pass. So that tells it all. 22nd against the pass, 2nd and 11 from the 24. Stewart dumps it off, incomplete, intended for Jerome Bettis. John Perella standing right next to him.
Well, that was a good time to throw the ball low and away. Gerald Dixon was coming off the right side and unblocked and got to Cordell Stewart before he could even set his feet. Had to get rid of that ball.
Brings up 3rd down and 11 from the 24.
And these big 3rd down plays in these last 3, 4, 5 weeks, Bobby Shaw has been the go-to guy for Cordell Stewart, number 82, for the Steelers out of Cal.
He lines up in the slot at the top of your screen. They need to get to the 14 for a 1st down. 9th play of the drive. Stewart underneath. Hawkins reels it in, and Hawkins at the 14-yard line. I believe he's a little bit short of the 1st down.
And when you play the San Diego Chargers, you got to block Junior Seau. Watch him knifing through here. Richard Huntley with a big block, cutting him down at the knees, giving Cordell Stewart time to throw that ball. Hawkins coming across, catching it right at that 1st down marker. Coming up maybe just a little short.
So Chris Brown comes in to attempt the field goal. 23 of 28 on the year. This will be from 32 yards. Got it away, and it is good. So the Steelers take the lead with 2:14 to go in the 1st half of play. Pittsburgh up 17-14. Coming up on the NASDAQ.com halftime report. Join Jim, Mike, and Randy for all the scores and highlights, plus the latest playoff news. That's all coming up on the NASDAQ.com halftime report. And a number of the fans here not very pleased with the performance of Ryan Lee. And they're showing it with their T-shirts. 17-14. Brown sending it away. This one takes a bounce, picked up at the 10. Jenkins. And he gets to the 25, a flag on the play. And a hold against the Chargers.
On the return team during the run. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Shannon Taylor. The Monster.com blimp Skeeter is bringing us these magnificent views, rather, of the play on the field. Skeeter travels at a maximum speed of 46 miles per hour and can climb 1,600 feet. So the Chargers backed up to their own 14, 1st down. Curtis Conway splitting to the top of your screen. Graham now in motion out of the slot. Lee underneath. Freddie Jones with the catch at the 19. Gains about 5 on the play. Brings us to the 2-minute warning with the score. Pittsburgh 17, San Diego 14. Forget the NASDAQ.com halftime report. Scores and highlights plus a playoff update and an update on the Indy game. Peyton Manning has been intercepted, and right now the Vikings have it at the Indianapolis 18-yard line with 6 minutes to go in the 1st half of play. Colts leading at 14-7. So the Steelers need the Colts to lose. Dante Culpepper has been taken out of the game. Bubby Brister, the former Steeler, is the quarterback now for the Vikings. 2nd and 5 from the 19. 5 receivers in the game for the Chargers. rather, Leaf is down at the 12. Deshae Townsend with the sack, second of the day for the Steelers.
Deshae Townsend coming to the front side of Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf's got to see this guy unblocked, taking a shot. Nobody blocks him. Right in the chest. Bang. Watch right here at the end of the line. Somebody's got to either block him or Ryan Leaf's got to pick him up with the hot throw and get rid of it. That's your front side. You got to have your eyes focused over there. Otherwise, you get hurt, Gus.
Deshae Townsend, 3.5 sacks on the season. A loss of 6 for the Chargers. Brings up 3rd and 11 from the 13. They need to get to the 24 for a first down.
And we expected a lot of blitzing from this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And really kind of the book on Ryan Leaf is if you hit him hard and blitz him and hit him early, and he'll start getting rid of that ball a little quicker, maybe throwing into more coverage. And that's what this Pittsburgh Steelers defense is trying to do right now. Take some shots on him now and get him to try to start forcing that ball, throwing it early.
Leaf 9 of 14, 108. 3rd and 11. Here comes a blitz. Leaf in the pocket, fires down the field. Incomplete. Intended for Trevor Gaylor. Wayne Washington covering on the play, and the Chargers will have to punt.
Wayne Washington and Trevor Gaylor going up for the jump ball. Gaylor's got some great athletic ability. That ball just beyond him. And Washington sitting right there, and I don't even know if Gaylor touched it. Washington might have been able to catch that.
And an update, Minnesota gets a 31-yard field goal. And it's a 14-10 game. Gary Anderson with the 31-yarder. Aaron Bennett, 1 yard deep. End over end kick. And out of bounds. And the Steelers will have the ball inside San Diego territory. A 34-yard punt.
Gus having a chance to go into that 2-minute drill. Cordell Stewart's been very calm in the pocket. You got to pick up that blitz when you're in a 2-minute drill versus the Chargers. You've always got to find Junior Seau and Rodney Harris. They'd really like to blitz at these times. Take some clear shots at the quarterbacks. You got 2 timeouts. You're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Use it wisely. You can use the middle of that field. Maybe a little screen pass, get the bus involved. Richard Huntley's made a couple big plays catching the ball as well. And I think it's time to get the ball to Bobby Shaw as well.
First down and 10 from the San Diego 48. Cordell Stewart down the middle. Oh, it's incomplete, but a flag on the play. Bobby Shaw, the intended receiver, and he was held. Should be pass interference against the Chargers.
And Tim Denton dragged him by the back of his jersey, dragged him down, and Bobby Shaw almost had the ability.
Pass interference number 22, first down.
Bobby Shaw almost had the ability to get pulled down and come back up and make an over-the-shoulder catch. Watch this. Gets pulled down by Denton and almost hangs on to it. That would have been a phenomenal catch.
Shaw, second on the team in receptions, came into the game with 40, has 4 receiving touchdowns, and he's the big 3rd down back. A 27-yard penalty. 1st and 10 from the 21. Huntley on the draw. And Huntley gets inside the 20. His forward progress should take him to about the 19-yard line.
You got a minute 20. You still want to huddle up on the ball. That's what the Steelers are doing. Cordell Stewart barking the call out of the line of scrimmage. Might not be a bad time for a screen pass. Get Huntley out in the flat.
Stewart to the corner. Incomplete. Hawkins, the intended receiver. Clock stops with 1:03 to go.
And that's a tough thing coming out of the shade there. Courtney Hawkins going out of the shade into the sun. You're looking right into the sun. That's a tough route. If you're going to throw an out route, you want to throw it down at the bottom of the field. You don't want to throw it just coming out of the shade into the sun. It's Kevin Gilbride right there picking up a good call. And see, now if you run the screen on 3rd down, the Chargers might be alert for it.
3rd and 8 from the 19.
I still say work Bobby Shaw over the middle of the field.
They need to get to the 11. They're 3 of 8 on 3rd down conversions today. Stewart out of the shotgun. Remember, he's got great wheels. And Stewart steps up. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 19-yard score, Cordell Stewart.
Gus, I love the decisions that Cordell Stewart has made today. He's thrown the ball. He's tried to stay in the pocket every time. When he sees a running lane and a big running lane, he takes off and he makes it happen. He's picked the precise times to run. Huge play right there, running all the way for a touchdown.
There's Bill Cowher hugging his quarterback. Extra point is up and good. 55 seconds to go. The Steelers take a 24-14 lead. Cordell was great yesterday. He said, hey, when I can run it, I'm going to run it. I'm no longer going to stand in there and wait for somebody to come open if I see a lane.
And watch him get up and see this lane right here, and he's off and he's running. He's got speed once he gets outside to get down the sideline. Defensive backs were locked in man coverage. Gus, when you're locked in man coverage, you follow the receiver all over the place. Receivers do a nice job of running off the defensive backs. And there's Cordell Stewart right into the end zone. And let's see Cordell Stewart coming right at you, Gus. Watch his speed. Watch him look. He scans the field. Receivers aren't there. Then he sees that lane. He's looking this way. Then he sees the lane. Comes back outside. Running right at the camera. Nice form. Nobody around.
3 plays, 48 yards. A 19-yard touchdown for Stewart. And Bill Cowher likes what he sees.
And now all they have to do is get the Minnesota Vikings to care about a meaningless game and try to win.
There's Cordell. Don't call him Slash.
That's right. I didn't call him it. You said it.
You better not. No more of that. Brown sends it away. It is picked up by Jenkins at the 20. And the rookie gets up to the 36. 16-yard return. Next Saturday, CBS Sports showcases the elite of women's hoops with the triple header. First, Illinois takes on Auburn, followed by Purdue and Michigan. And in the finale, the 2 preeminent teams of the era take over, with the Lady Vols of Tennessee tangling with the Connecticut Huskies in a rematch of last year's national championship game won by UConn. 1st and 10 from the 36 for the Chargers. 50 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Ryan Leaf in trouble, goes down at the 31. Jason Gilden heading to his first Pro Bowl. 3rd sack of the day.
Boy, it was great talking to Jason Gilden yesterday, and what a year he's had going to his first Pro Bowl.
30-second timeout.
And a timeout has been called by the Chargers.
And let's watch the tenacity of Jason Gilden, number 92, right here at the bottom of your screen. Watch him keep his feet moving, use his leverage, go inside. Versus Kevin Gogan, who's a strong offensive line, and holding him off. But look at that effort to come back and tackle Ryan Leaf. And Gilden, Gus, told us a great story about Kevin Green and Greg Lloyd kind of being the guys that took him under their wing when they were the great linebackers with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Took all the linebackers to the Pro Bowl. And so he gets elected to the Pro Bowl. He's taken all the linebackers to Hawaii. That'd be pretty neat.
Not bad. Gilden from Altus, Oklahoma. Southwest corner of Oklahoma. As a matter of fact, he's got a brother who's a junior that's a pretty good football player in Altus. As a matter of fact, he's playing in Lawton, Oklahoma. At Eisenhower High School. They throw it to Fletcher, and Fletcher cuts it back, hurdles a man, flags on the play. He's down at midfield. 18-yard run.
And Gus, Curtis Conway was holding Dwayne Washington right in front of the official. And Curtis Conway, great effort, but a big hold.
Holding number 80 during the run, 10-yard penalty, Repeat the down. Second down.
And see, watch Curtis Conway. He's hustling his tail off, and that's great. It's not giving up, but you just got to let go of that jersey. He's trying to get in front of him. You see him just hold on to that jersey and push Washington right by. And there's the referee reaching for his flag. Look.
6 penalties for 72 yards against the Chargers in the first half of play. Ryan Leaf out of the shotgun. Steps up in the pocket underneath. It is almost picked off. Dwayne Washington had 2 hands on the football. Couldn't hold on.
He's got to do a better job of acting. Try to fake out the officials. He almost has it. Nice diving effort. But it's tough to see from that angle. You see it just hit the ground there. But you got to get up, jump around, hop around like you just made the play of the year. Sometimes you can trick these officials. They would have got it in replay, but hey, you got to go for it, right?
And yes, and an update on the Colts game. Marvin Harrison just scored a touchdown, and the Colts have taken a 20-10 lead over the Vikings. Dante Culpepper now the starting quarterback on the bench. 3rd and 13 from the 33. Ryan Leaf dancing, steps up, wants to run. And Leaf down at the 40. Gain of 7. Gilded with the tackle, but it's not enough for a first down.
Chargers aren't even going for it. They're not even hustling. Time's rolling off, and they're just going to let it go. That's awful good field position to just give up on a 2-minute drill.
And that is the end of the first half of play with the scores. So the Steelers 24, the Chargers 14. Coming up on the NASDAQ.com halftime report, join Jim, Mike, and Randy for all the scores and highlights after this message and a word from your local station. Halftime, Steelers up 24-14. We'll return to San Diego after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.